y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. It's another beautiful warm day here on the farm. Even though this weekend they're calling for about 10 degrees, we are thinking about planting tomatoes. So today I'm going to be incorporating our cover crop so it can have enough time to decompose, so that next week we go ahead and plant our tomatoes in the high tunnel. So before we get started, we got to announce the winner of this LED grow light. The giveaway was over on March 1st, and the winner is John Botchek. You've won this LED light. We've already emailed you. We just need a confirmation email, so we go ahead and send it out to your house. So go ahead and check your email there so we can go ahead and send this out. But I do appreciate everybody who entered, and I got some bigger and better plans that we're working on for later on this summer and for next spring. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, John, you officially got yourself a nice LED grow light. Alrighty, so back to the cover crop. This is annual ryegrass cover crop here. We planted it to get the soil going, help grow the soil biology, help the nutrients kind of drain through the soil, all those salts, and try to pull up some of those nutrients. So now it's time to incorporate the cover crop in the soil. I'm gonna get the mower, mow it all nice, and then bring the tiller out here, incorporate it in the soil, let it sit for a couple days, then probably rototiller it again. I'm gonna mend the soil and then get the drip tape, the landscaping fabric, the mat down, and get ready for planting tomatoes. So the goal is to plant tomatoes early next week. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, they're calling for about 10 degrees. So I'm kind of glad we haven't planted tomatoes yet, because if it's 10 degrees outside and in here it's got to be 65, we got to be burning a lot of fuel, a lot of wood, a lot of propane. So we don't want to get too complicated with that. But hopefully next week, early next week, we will have tomatoes planted in here. Alrighty, y'all, so just like that, the high tunnel is ready, getting close to being ready for our tomatoes. I'm gonna let this sit over here as is for about a week or so, and then early next week come in here, apply our fertilizer. I might do that before, apply our fertilizer and the manure, the compost, put the drip tape, irrigation lines and everything, so early next week we start planting in here and get it done. It is a few weeks later than years before, but just because, you know, expenses, price of material and propane, we decided to go a couple weeks later this year. And I'm going to see how a couple weeks later this season impacts us harvesting. I'm guessing about the same time or maybe a week later than traditional whenever I was planting last week of April, last week of February. So we'll see how that turns out. Always trial and erroring, but definitely looking good. But this is the start of our soils and getting this composted and building that organic matter in the soil. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I could actually plant in this, but it's going to be better whenever it decomposes a little bit and degrades, and then we will have a much better soil mass. So the soil in here is much richer and has a lot more organic matter than like our field soil, just because over the years of cover crops and compost and the repetitive process we build the soil. So our soils in here are looking fairly good, really good. The more organic matter, the more pore space you have in the soil, so the better it is for the tomatoes. If you have a really dense soil, the roots have a really hard time of penetrating down deep. But so far in here, can't complain. Everything looks good. So can't wait for this season to see how the tomato season turns out. Hopefully we won't have any disease pressure, insect pressure, and run smoothly, but that's just me talking. But you never know what the year's gonna have to offer. But we just keep on doing what we've been doing. Keep them fertilizer going, get the right seeds in the ground, and of course with a lot of hard work and dedication, everything will happen. So I'm excited for this year. But yeah, gotta wait a couple more days here before we have tomatoes fully planted in this high tunnel. Alrighty, y'all, this is gonna be it for today. Just a quick little video of me incorporating the cover crop and how we do it here on our farm. There are many different ways to incorporate cover crops. A lot of people use flail mowers and then they just go through there to plow it or incorporate it. We just use a mower and rototiller. It works pretty good and it gets the job done, and I can't complain. It's gonna be it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and check out farmerdresupply.com. The link is in the description box below. That's where you guys are able to find all your tomatoes, seeds, for tomato fertilizers, everything you guys need for your home garden, from drip tape to plastic to just about anything, everything that I use here on our farm. You guys can find it there on the website. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. If you guys haven't already, go and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button if you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. Y'all have a good day. We will see you next time.